Jal, you are the one who got us back the perfect pounce, yes? Thank you for that. She may not be much, but the pounce has been this one's home for a long time. Even before Zaji was our captain, in fact. Yes, back when the ship belonged to a rather nasty fellow by the name of Bazahar the Bull. A heartless taskmaster who didn't care a lick about his crew. The Pounce was a lot less colorful back then, in more ways than one. What's not to like? He respects his crew, makes sure we're well cared for, and he's always excited for the next adventure. It's a bit contagious, actually. Still, I don't know if this ship could actually function without Casca. I won't deny Zaji is cunning when he wants to be, but it's Casca that keeps this ship afloat. She schedules for repairs, oversees our provisions, pays the crew. And she keeps us all safe, of course. I haven't seen her lose a fight yet.
You're competent, I'll give you that. Enough to slay a dragon? We'll see. The odds don't look good. We don't know the island. We have no idea how strong the dragon is. We'll have to improvise, and that rarely goes well. And wait for this dragon to burn the city to the ground? No, it's better to die fighting than to perish hiding behind a wall. Besides, we're profiteers. We know a thing or two about risk. Someone on this ship has to be. If everyone plans for sunny weather, how will we survive a storm? Despite the odds, it's not hopeless though. If we can fight, then there is always a chance we can win.
Guess the captain got the Pounce back. He always does. Not the first time he's lost it, you know. Practically everything. If it weren't for old Dirge, the whole ship would sink under the weight of the grime and barnacles. Not that any of these louts would notice. Enough jawing. I've got to see what condition the Pounce has come back in.
Now that we've secured a vessel, our next step is to infiltrate the dragon's lair. Zaji will stay on his ship in case we need to make a quick retreat. Casca, on the other hand, has asked to join our hunt. If she wishes to protect her home, she should... Now that we've secured... If she wishes to protect her home, she should have that chance. Once we reach the island, we'll search for the dragon. Luckily, we have the Horn of Jadari to help us fight the beast. Before I made my way to Elsweyr, I searched Dragonguard's sanctuaries for weapons and wisdom. There, I learned about the Horn of Jadari and how it was stolen by the dragon Veloxin. I found Veloxin's lair, slew the beast, and took back the horn. A dragon horn of immense power. Its sound forces dragons to fall from the sky. It should give us a great advantage in battle. That said, we may also find more resistance than a dragon on the island. Another ship was seen heading toward the island. I'm not sure if its crew are friend or foe, but we must be prepared for the worst. We can set sail immediately, or perhaps you would like to take a moment to become familiar with the crew. Very good. Let's go deal with that dragon. Let's discuss our plan of attack. Judging by that docked ship, we're not the only ones who have business on this island. There's a Dragon Guard proverb. Prepare your counter before the blow. In other words, they swing at you, be ready to swing back. I also recommend we split our forces to cover more ground. I spotted a cavern northeast of here. Scout ahead and see where it leads. Meanwhile, Casca, Aelia, and I will search for the main entrance to those ruins. Aelia, Casca, you're with me. Stick close and prepare to fight.
I'm always ready to fight. Just keep an eye on the little one.
I can take care of myself, you know.
This gate won't budge. Does anyone see a lever? Good to see you, warrior. Thanks for the assistance. Hold your positions. That was certainly effective. Well done, my friend.
Look above us! The dragon!
Prepare yourselves! Inside, now! Follow the beast!
Who are these people, and why are they attacking us?
They are enemies to be defeated. Nothing else matters.
These banners, the motifs. There's no mistaking it. This is a dragon god's sanctuary. How dare a dragon desecrate these hallowed halls? Well said. I was able to track the dragon's movements. It should be just up ahead. Aelia and Casca have agreed to guard this hall while we move forward.
Be prepared, little one. I can smell them coming.
How many?
Does it matter? They will die all the same.
didn't work. How?
Of course not. That's my horn, mortals. Tell me how you came to possess it.
My companion will speak with you, dragon. But make one wrong move, and my blade will cut deep.
I am Nathalar. I do not fear you, hunter. If you seek a battle, understand that it will be to the death. I would rather talk, though. Where did you get my horn? Zukorav. Ah, so it was Valoksin who hid it from me. To protect our kind from the horn's power, no doubt. Such an honorable fool. And why do you seek to kill me? Are you one of Latvulan's thralls? My oldest foe. A dragon of great power and evil intent. He gathered a cult to do his bidding and subjugated our brothers to his cause. Those who oppose him die. He plans to destroy this land, and me along with it. Why would I attack the Kaz city? It means nothing to me. Only Latvulan matters. You have dispatched many of my brother's followers, so I shall spare your lives. You may even keep my horn. I have no need of it.
Hold! This dragon means us no harm.
No harm? Did we come all this way for nothing?
That's still to be determined. For now, let's spread out and see what we can find. Well, I certainly didn't factor this into my plans. The Dragon Guard were very clear about their dealings with dragons. Hunt them, slay them, use their parts. Yet this one shares our goals. This Latvulan seeks to destroy all of Tamriel. If Nathalar wants to stop that, I'd say we have a common cause. As the Red Guard proverb tells us, if we share an enemy, let our blade strike as one. I may not like it, but Nathalar possesses knowledge about Latvulan that we just don't have. And the might of a dragon at our disposal isn't something to toss away lightly. Yes, I'd rather have Nathalar on our side than against us. Our mission was successful, my friend. It just didn't end as we expected. We secured passage to the island. We found the dragon, and we made sure Senchal was safe. At least from this potential threat. Not bad for a day's work. We also need to learn more about this dragon Latvulan. If it does indeed wish to destroy all of Tamriel, then an alliance is our best way to end that threat. I'm just glad I have your support in this. Your help has already been invaluable. If we're to fight back against Latvulan, we'll need more than a single dragon. We'll need an order dedicated to eradicating this threat. The time has come to reform the Dragon Guard. I do. The crew of the Perfect Pounce already helped us on one dragon hunt. I'd like you to see if they join us for many more. Speak to Zaji and see if he and his crew want to join our order. Let's hope Zaji takes our offer seriously. He may find it hard to believe that we want his crew to join the Dragon Guard. In fact, I'm having a hard time believing it myself. But by Lecky, we need them. I've been far too busy. Fighting this dragon invasion has left little time to socialize. I'm not certain where Lyris is, truth be told. Kasura told me that she visited the Abbey, but departed soon after. And as I've said, I've been quite busy. I do plan to find her eventually. only to make sure she's doing well. Members of the Dragon Guard were the premier soldiers of the Empire. They were master strategists, disciplined and honor-bound. It's no exaggeration to say they were the best of the best. We, on the other hand, have a crew of pirates. Yes, how could I forget? I led young Aelia in her first battle. None of them are my first choice. They've all shown themselves to be dedicated to protecting Elsweyr and its people. They will have to do.
Zaji knew his gut was right. Only a truly great warrior could tame a dragon. Do you suppose the creature will let us ride it? Hmm? No. Best not to ask. This one would not want to be rude. Really? Of course you do. Who wouldn't want the daring Zaji by their side? The offer is tempting. Whoever defeats these dragons will have their names sung by moon singers for generations. Zaji is not one to hesitate, Walker. Not when a stranger asks him to sail to a dragon's island, and certainly not when that same stranger offers glory and fame. The crew of the Perfect Hounds will join your Dragon Guard. Ah, yes. Zaji will speak to the crew. However, there are 2 crew members you may wish to speak with personally. Dirge Traktor, the Imperial with a weasel face, and the beautiful Chisbari. Their particular talents may prove interesting. The Dragon Guard key! Who's a good-for-nothing lout now, mother? But you must be busy with the dragon, no? Zaji will speak to the crew on your behalf if you do not have the time to spare. Leave it to Zaji. Dirge Traktor has more book smarts than the rest of my crew combined. Now, that's not saying much, since most of my crew can't read. The Dragon Guard wrote many things, yes? Perhaps he can help you read them. Well, Dirge has an awful lot of contacts. He always helps us figure out who we can trust and how to avoid those who mean us harm. Maybe he can help keep track of our enemies in some fashion. Ah, she's Barry the Chipper, as she is known. You'll see why as soon as you hear her lovely voice. Aside from Casca, there's no one more dependable aboard the Pounce. Give her a task, and she'll get it done, yes? Oh, Zaji has not a single doubt, not a one. We may be just smugglers to you and the Bearded One, but our hearts sing for adventure. They will all take up the call, this one is sure. Life on the seas is not easy, Walker. Well...
Our mysterious crew has departed. Those left alive to depart, that is. They were dragon cultists, yes? It would certainly explain their choice of garb. This Latvalan must have an affinity for black. Very well. I will join your order. Why would I hesitate? These dragons killed many of my people, and I cannot fight them alone. So I will help you hunt down the beasts. A simple decision, yes? The Dragon Guard were a very strict order, yes? I doubt our crew would do well with too many rules. Perhaps some changes will need to be made. I have faced many enemies. Nothing was too big or too powerful for me to challenge. I didn't always win, but I could always fight. When the dragons came, this was no longer true. I would rather die on the sands of Palatine than hide away in foreign soil. This is a chance to make my stand. I will take it. Besides, if I thought your cause was impossible, I would have said no.
I can't believe we're in a Dragon Guard sanctuary. My father would tell me stories about the Order when I was little. Protectors of the Emperor, slayers of dragons, daring adventures. It was all quite exciting. You want me to join your order? I mean, that isn't to say I don't want to. Of course I do. I want to protect my home before the dragons destroy it. I didn't expect you to ask me to stay. We only face the darkness of fear so that we may find the light of courage. That's something my mother always told me. An old Red Guard proverb, she said. I'll join your Dragon Guard and protect my home. You have my word. I have to admit, our Dragon Guard does seem a little motley at the moment. Perhaps uniforms would help? I spent my childhood in Cyrodiil. My father was a commander under Emperor Leovic, and my mother was a Red Guard ambassador. Her name was Sadala. I had a tough time fitting in with my peers. They were always questioning who I was. Was I Imperial? Was I a Red Guard? They wanted to put me in a neat little box, but I didn't quite fit. Anyway, my father joined the Colovian Revolt and was given the rank of general by Emperor Varen. Father received orders to come to Central and help with the restoration. He didn't plan to take me along as I was only 13 at the time. Then my mother died, and everything changed. Exactly. And a new city helped take my mind off of other things. I felt so welcomed in Senchal. The Khajiit never questioned who I was or where I came from. To them, I was simply Aelia. That was all that mattered.
Yeah. Can you see I'm reading? Trying to read. What letter does that look like to you? Oh. Thought it might have been some sort of code. Well, guess I'm free now. What do you want? Captain says a lot of things. Like more riches than we can count, and easy as a spring breeze. Now here we are, hunting dragons like they're some kind of sky whales. Well, you are anyway. I got books to research. Who'd have thought reading could be so handy? Anything, Dragon Guard. Books on killing dragons without getting eaten, I hope. When I scare up some leads, I could use your help retrieving them. I hear anything about those New Moon fanatics while I'm at it, I'll let you know.
What do you want? Not surprising. I am the only one who can keep a ledger around here. You hunt dragons. I figure out where the dragons are. And what to do with any parts you bring back, yes? It's the most obvious way to help.
Nathalar and I have come to an agreement. We'll work together to defeat Lotfalan, but only that. After our battle is won, Nathalar will peacefully depart from these lands. Now, what did Zaji say to my proposal? Excellent. I'll meet with him and his crew to discuss the particulars. For aiding me in the establishment of our new Dragon Guard, accept this reward. Oh, and talk to Nathalar when you have a moment. He requested your help with a small matter.
You are wise to ally yourselves with me. Lotfalan will not stop until Tamriel is destroyed. He has raised an army and forced my brothers to join his crusade. Those who refuse, die. He must be stopped, for the good of my kind, as well as for yours. A dragon's words have power few mortals understand. When we swear an oath, we are bound by it. That is our way. The dragon Yagrandu vowed to aid me in a time of need. We must seek him out and remind him of his oath. I do, but I do not know where he hides. I leave that task to you, as the Dragon God of old were known to be accomplished trackers. Seek the aid of a companion who knows this land well, and let them guide you. Now go, hunter. Find Yagrandu. Finding Yagrandu requires a test of skill, rather than mere bravery. I am curious to see how you and your companions fare. Yagrandu ran afoul of a powerful dragon hunter in a time before the Dragon God. I found him, injured and cornered, and offered my aid. For a price. Knowing that his life was forfeit, he begrudgingly agreed. My kind call it a soul smear, a blood allegiance. It is an unbreakable bond, stronger than any vow uttered by a mortal. Yagrandu is bound to pay his debt by a magic older than any you know. If you find him, he will join our cause.
We're part of the Dragon Guard, Aelia. It's not stealing.
I think we should ask before putting them on.
But it looks so good on you. Look what we found, Walker. Zaji has to say, the Dragon Guard certainly has style, though this one did decide to make a few alterations. Now, what's our next move? What does our dragon friend have up his scaly sleeve? A missing dragon, huh? Then you'll want to head to Kenarthi's Breath Temple. The priests there can find all sorts of things, if your cause is just. I'm certain they wouldn't mind helping the noble Dragon Guard defeat a great evil. South of Black Heights, Zaji's childhood village. Just follow the ringing of the bells, yes? You can't miss it. Zaji will meet you there? Yes, of course. This one is your resident expert, after all. He just did not realize that his first Dragon God mission would take him back to Black Heights. He hasn't visited since... well, he has never visited. The only thing remarkable about Black Heights is just how unremarkable it is. Nothing ever happens there. The villagers paint the wall of life. The priests pray to Kenarthi for guidance. It's all very, very dull. A big mural. The villagers each add to it before they die, preserving their stories for generations to come. Zaji remembers staring at it when he was a Jakajit. The stories of this one's ancestors made Zaji think... That's it. Merchants, weavers, fishers, and farmers. There were now stories of heroes, no glorious tales of adventure. All Zaji saw in that mural was a life too dull to contemplate. And so, this one ran away and never looked back. Kenardi is the goddess of the winds. She guides the Khajiit, ensuring our ships reach safe harbor and our souls find the sands behind the stars. With Kenarthi's power, the priests can guide us to what we seek. The only thing remarkable about a big... It's settled to Black Heights.
And I'm coming with you.
What? You don't trust Zaji to handle this?
Not in the slightest.
Another ship went down. Got too close to that island off the
sugar, his guard.
Here we are! Kenathi's Breath Temple, home to sweet winds and pleasant chimes.
Zaji, I don't like your tone. Is there something you're not telling us?
Well, this one may not have left home on the best of terms.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zaji. I didn't mean to pry. Do you want to wait outside?
Lovely, Aelia. Your words are as a soothing balm. With you by Zaji's side, he can do anything. Let's venture forth.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Mother, it's been so long.
Out! Out of this temple! You disrespect Yanarthi with your very presence.
Please, this is important. We're trying to save all of Elsweyr.
Then this one will speak with your companions. As for you, out!
Zaji will, wait outside.
Zaji claims you seek to save Elsweyr, yes? Dedali doesn't believe anything that comes out of that insolent cop's mouth. But you should not be judged for his failings. Why have you come here? A noble quest. Unfortunately, this temple will be of little help. We lost one of our sacred temple bells many years ago. We have not been able to call upon Kenathi's guidance ever since. Dedali's Jekozit of a son stole it. That is why Zaji is no longer welcome in this temple. Still, Kenathi shows grace in all things, even betrayal. If you find the bell and return it, this one will search for your dragon. Once you return the bell, Dedali will call the winds of Kenathi to lead you to what you seek. Should all go well, they will take you to this dragon. Why Zaji would perform such sacrilege is beyond this one's wisdom. It wasn't that Dedali was surprised he left. Anyone could see his paws itched for travel, but to steal from our holy temple? Dedali did not become clan mother of Black Height for holding a grudge. Anyone who seeks to help Elsweyr against these terrible dragons deserves our aid, even if it means dealing with Dedali's traitorous son. This is a place of worship, dedicated to Kenathi, goddess of the winds. She fills Gariti sails and guides our ships to safe harbor. She carries the souls of the departed to the sands behind the stars and leads our heroes to glory. We pray to Kenathi to share her knowledge, for all of Tamriel fears the caress of her winds. We train to hear her words in the ringing of our sacred bells. Through them, we can find that which is lost. So you must get Zaji to return the bell.
You would think a life devoted to the divines would make Mother a bit more forgiving. Well, what did she say? Zaji had trouble hearing your conversation from the other side of the gate. Stole? That is not the exact word Zaji would use. Regardless, returning it would be tricky. To purchase the perfect pounce, Zaji sold the bell to the Skooma Lord, Bahazar the Bull. Said trade involved certain promises. Zaji happened to mention that the bell could be used to find things, which is entirely true. Of course, this one had no idea how to use the bell in that way. Bazahar was not pleased when he learned this. Murderously so. Zaji has made a point to keep track of Bazahar's movements to avoid a confrontation. For example, he currently hides out in Moonlit Cove. If we want the bell, we'll have to sneak in and steal it back. Moonlit Cove is just south of here, right on the coast. A beautiful place to visit, if you ignore the skooma dealers and the pirates skulking about. In Zaji's defense, he stole a lot of things that night. Besides, how was he supposed to know the bell was so important? The temple has so many, he just thought Mother would replace it. So Mother claims, but how special can one tiny bell be? Zaji thinks she just wants to punish him, make him run all over southern Elsweyr to prove how sorry he is. And he will, for the Dragon Guard. But that doesn't mean he will like it. Zaji used to explore this place as a cub. He'll sniff out where Bazahar is hiding.
Khajiit does not like the elves. He sees how they look down their noses.
think this stuff is sweeter than me?
Ugh, that's edge. This must be where Bazahar's hiding. Come, Walker. Let's talk. Bazahar's stench is unmistakable. He's locked himself in this chamber. Probably has his loot nearby too. Hopefully, that includes the bell. We just have to figure out how to get inside. When Zaji lived here, he used this cove to get away from Mother's constant nagging. It was also a good spot to bring the lovely sweetmeats, yes? Back in the day, Zaji even snagged a key to the back chambers from a sleeping moon priest. It wasn't his hideout then, but yes. Well, no. Zaji knows where he left it though. Come, Walker. Zaji has a lockbox hidden nearby. That ladder, it should be here somewhere.
If that orc tries to pick a fight with me one more time, I'm going to cut his throat and stuff his body in a barrel.
There's the alcove. Where's the ladder? Walker, let's talk. See that alcove up ahead? It was Zaji's secret spot when the cove contained less Bazahar. That's where you'll find the key. The ladder this one used is missing. Oh, if only we had... Wait, Zaji has something that will help. This grappling bow. Zaji found it in the sanctum before we left for Black Heights. He thought it might come in handy. Looks simple enough to use. Just aim and pull the trigger. Like a crossbow, yes? Then the rope propels you upward. See that alcove up ahead? It was Zaji's secret spot when the cove contained less Bazahar. That's where you'll find the key. The ladder this one used is missing. Oh, if only we had... Wait! This grappling bow. More tips, more tips. There is a grapple point on the edge of some nearby scaffolding. Aim for that and let the bow do all the work. Remember, look for a lockbox. That's where young Zaji stored it.
I wish those smoke-battled wastrels would keep it down.
The water was so sweet at first. Now, Khajiit will stick to rum.
Even sugar. I still know the right man.
I wish those smoke-battled wastrels would keep it down.
seen many sea elves this far east.
This one only drinks from the shrine fonts. You should too.
I'm going to cut his throat and stuff his body in a barrel.
Unless you want to wind up like those others.
You found the key, yes? Let's get the bell and get out of this place. Let's get the bell and get out of this place. Stay upwind of Bazahar. His rotten breath has been known to clear barnacles off a ship's hull. That's him! Bazahar the Bull! Go get him, Walker! Look at that! Old Rotmel actually kept the bell.
You've got... Get in here and kill these saves!
Most of these Khajiit would make better rugs than crew.
Zaji go in? Well, of course he should go in. Zaji found the bell, didn't he? We found the bell, Mother. At great risk to life and limb, we heroically fought our way...
Stop bragging and have your friend place the bell on its hook. Tadali wants to look at it. No. This won't do. The bell is tarnished. It can't perform the ritual like this. The dolly was worried about this. Our sacred bells must be cleansed every moon cycle. But the one you returned has been away for many years. We need to perform a purification ritual. If you're willing to lend your aid, this one can walk you through the cleansing ritual process. But you must be quiet and listen to her instructions very carefully. First, we must listen for Kanathi's breath. Not just the wind, mind you, but her holy exhalations.
And how long will that take?
As long as it needs to. Sacred rituals should not be rushed.
We're trying to save Elsweyr, Mother. There must be a faster way.
Fine. If you think you can cleanse the bell faster, go ahead. But don't expect...
Zaji will own up to that one. He messed up. Mother never did like it when I interrupted her. This one doubts she will be eager to help us now. We'll do what Zaji does best. We'll improvise. The bells are all about ringing, yes? Perhaps if we get them started, they'll figure themselves out. Or something like that. Look, this one spent a great deal of his childhood annoying Mother. It takes a long time for her to calm down once she gets in one of her moods. So, in the meantime, why not try Zaji's way? Alright. Zaji has seen Mother ring the bells 1,000 times. Just press here. Huh. Zaji didn't expect that. Wait! The big bells in this courtyard have the same colored lanterns. Did you see that? Whenever the bells chimed a certain way, a lantern would glow. Now that this one thinks about it, aren't those lanterns on the larger bells as well? Perhaps there's a connection. Of course. Watch the master at work. Just press here. Did you see that? Whenever the bells chimed a certain way, a lantern would glow. Now that this one thinks about it, aren't those lanterns on the large... We did it! We cleansed the bell!
Yes, you did a beautiful job. Come, Walker. Speak to Tadali.
Walker? Oh, she means you, my friend.
Zaji's rudeness aside, you cleanse the bell. Tadali will now perform the ritual and find the dragon Yagrandu as promised. And then you and your companions will leave this temple. Yes? Now, Kenarthi only shares what her winds can find. Sights, smells, perhaps even a vague direction if we're lucky. It is up to you to discern a more exact location. Through the sweet winds of Kenarthi and the ringing of the bells, tell us where Yagrandu dwells. The winds journey south, sweeping cliffs of lime, and sink deep in a cave that smells of brine. The brush caused the dragon's might to dissolve within a terrible light.
Time grows short, Hunter. What have you learned? Latvulan's followers swarm the skies. The longer I remain, the greater chance I will be discovered. Tell me, have you found Yagrandu? A large limestone quarry lies to the south. Latvulan and his followers have seized it, though I do not know why. Strange that Yagrandu should be there now. Unlikely. Yagrandu is still bound to me by his oath. He would not join with my greatest enemy. Head to the limestone quarry and search for this mine. I will meet you there. If you encounter Latvulan, do not attempt to fight him. Our alliance ends the moment you die.
Zaji, let Sai Sahan know where we're going. We might need his help.
Of course! This one will heroically play messenger. Zaji does not often say this, but be careful. Yes, the situation does not sound so good.
Take a breath, Kaishka, before you faint. What do you mean he's gone to Kenarthi? Has he passed? I came as quickly as I could.
If it was Kenarthi who took him, I would be relieved.
They say outsiders are
Fear
coming
will
to
snatch him
Senchal
from
to
her tender
rebuild
embrace.
the Dragon Guard. Have you ever heard of anything so preposterous?
What am I going to tell my uncle? His moon sugar, his guard, even my cat.
I haven't seen Nephilar, but I don't think he can approach this quarry. The cultists would spot him before he got close. We might be on our own for this one. No sign of the dragons. but there are plenty of cultists. They're mining and keeping watch. This doesn't make any sense. What would a dragon cult want with limestone? The mine's entrance should be west of here. You take the lead.
My master's power is limitless, and he will share it with his devotee. I will die before I bow to you, or your master, Lathulan, if you insist.
Lathulan. And the other dragon, is that Yggdrasil? This doesn't sound...
You asked for this, Yggdrasil.
With pleasure, my master. Rise, Yggdrasil. Demonstrate your loyalty.
Sema. Your battle is done. That is what happens to those who defy Latvulan. He kills them, then forces their corpse to do his bidding. Parklok, what shameful arrogance. Waiting for Latvulan to leave. Had I faced him now, he would have overpowered me. Do not think me proud of such actions, Hunter. Latvulan has somehow increased his power. We are not prepared to fight him just yet. To raise one of my kind takes great skill and greater preparation. Rakajin used the green stone to amplify his necromantic abilities. That stone... It must be why Latvulan's cult has claimed this mine. When Latvulan hears of your victory, he will return to secure this mine. We must return to the Sanctum before that happens. After that, we can decide our next course of action. Latvulan underestimated you, Hunter. He shall not do so again.
Well, that went horribly wrong, didn't it? We should let Sai Sahan know what happened. Maybe he'll have an idea about how we salvage this operation.
I fear no dragons, for the dragons are my allies.
There's nothing you could have done.
I know. I just wish we'd gotten there sooner.
You did well today. Your Grandu may not have joined us, but neither will his corpse become a tool of Latvulan. A small victory, but a victory nonetheless. Did you discover anything else? An army of dragons with a means to amplify their power? That doesn't bode well. I do not like that we're going into this fight blind. There's too much we don't know about Latvalan and this cult of his. We need more information. I do. But first, I have something for you. I found it in the Sanctum's treasury. But let's keep this between us. If a certain smuggling crew knew we had a treasury, they'd empty it faster than Zaji can drain a bottle of plum brandy. We can't outmatch our enemies, we must outwit them. I want you to infiltrate the cult. Learn where their base of operations is located, how large a force they command, and most importantly, what they plan to do next. Aelia believes the cult is recruiting in Senchal. I want you to find a recruiter and join their ranks. As a member of the cult, you'll be privy to a great deal of information. But first, you'll want to speak with General Renmus. If there's cult activity in the city, Renmus should know something about it. I want you to see if he has any leads you can follow. Haley has agreed to get you into the palace. No need to schedule another appointment. You've learned all you can about the Dragon Cult. Return to the Sanctum and report your findings. Training our new Dragon Guard. The Pounce's crew may be the best smugglers in Elsweyr, but that doesn't make them dragon hunters. Luckily, I was able to outfit them with weapons and armor from the Sanctum stores. They don't have a choice. Their homeland has been invaded and they want to protect it. I'll do my best to help them, but there's only so much we can accomplish with the limited time we have. There's always hope, my friend. Even in the darkest night, a candle can shine. This is the time to stand against this rage of dragons. Victory isn't certain, but what in life ever is? We have to believe we have a chance, or all is lost. A wise request.
After I wash the stink of dead dragon out of my armor.
The stink. You get used to it.
Ugh. Let's hope my father isn't too busy to see his daughter.
My hands are tied. We don't have the resources to investigate your daughter's disappearance.
This one understands. Thank you for your time, General.
Pardon the interruption. Do you have a moment, Father?
A moment? Yes, but only that. Here for another ship. Last I heard, the Perfect Pounce was still in condition enough to sail. Or perhaps you find her crew lacking. The Order of the New Moon. Yes, I know of them. They've been recruiting in Senshal for some time, preying on skooma addicts and vagrants. A repugnant practice. You believe this order is a dragon cult? As if dragons weren't troublesome enough. As you heard, the Shield's resources are stretched thin. Senshal is one disaster away from a full-blown riot, and I need my soldiers on the streets. I can't spare any to deal with this matter. You want to investigate? By all means. Buzinda, the Khajiit who was just in my office, believes the Order of the New Moon recruited her daughter, Lahini. Find Lahini, and you should find the cult. Speak to Buzinda and see what she can tell you. I'd consider it a personal favor if you find Lahini and return her to her family. I wish I had the resources to do more. Kaza, 29. Silver hair, green eyes, scar under right eye. Missing 31 days. Abazita, 43. Orange hair, yellow eyes, wears flower pendant necklace. Missing 14 days. Lahini, 21. The list goes on and on. 32 by last count, and those are just the ones that have been reported. A lot of them have left the city, what with the dragons and all. The rest? I don't have the resources to conduct investigations and defend Senshal. Indeed. Perhaps I'm a fool to keep turning you away like this. The more I hear about the forces we're up against, the more I realize that this threat extends far beyond our city walls. Yet my duty must first be to Senshal, no matter the cost. Not a specific event, but a simmering pot eventually boils over. As long as refugees continue to pour into Senshal, turmoil will continue to brew. It doesn't help that my city envoy has abandoned me. My daughter, Aelia. She has a good head for diplomacy. Her understanding of both Imperial and Khajiiti culture has been a great help to my legion over the years. Then you showed up, and she deserted me. And I respect her right to do so. She chose to fight this dragon invasion directly, and I'm proud of her. But that doesn't mean I'm not worried, or that I regret losing one of the few resources I still had.
Poor Buzinda. I can't imagine how upset she must be right now. If we do infiltrate the cult, we should find Lahini and convince her to leave. Or force her to, if she won't listen to reason.
Please, Buzinda would like to be left to her grief. If you'll excuse her. You have?
Oh, thank you, thank you. You'll need details, yes? Lahini has black fur and blue eyes. A skinny thing, so frail. She was very sickly as a Jakajit and never quite recovered. Lahini spoke of them. She said, I am but a burden to you. With them I can be useful. Buzinda begged her not to go, but Lahini left the very next morning. Kazan may no more. He is a ruffian, but Lahini loves him. She would have at least told him goodbye. But he refuses to speak to Buzinda. All he does is sit in a tavern, drinking his days away. If you find Lahini, please convince her to come home. We're all worried about her. Only rumors. This one hears they prey on the desperate, the hungry. The cult promises warm beds and hot meals. For many, that is all it takes. But this one thinks that Lahini joined them for a sense of purpose. She considered herself a burden. Lahini was weak, sickly. We love her anyway, but she felt she could be useful to this Order of the New Moon. Useful how, this one wonders. She could be hurt. She could be... Please, you have to find her, before it's too late.
much done here.
I don't like the sound of any of this. The more the dragons destroy, the more desperate people become. And then the cult swoops in, promising protection and purpose. It's a never-ending cycle. You're right. I just hate seeing Senchal suffer like this. Kazan seems like our best lead so far. Luzinda said that he likes to drink at the tavern, right? We should head there next.
Walker, come join us. We were just about to order another round.
I should have known we'd find him here.
Next time you head to Black Heights, don't take Zaji. Whenever he sees his mother, he whines about it for days. Luckily, drinks put him in a better mood. Let's just hope it lasts.
He'll steal 1,000 jewels. He'll even play the fool. Say you love him. Say you love him. Hey, Walker, can't you see I'm busy? That mangy harlot? Never heard of her. Look, I'm not in the mood to talk about Lahini, so why don't you shove off? Fine. She may have broken my heart, but I don't want her to get hurt. Lahini came here with some muskars in dark robes. She begged me to join something called the Order of the New Moon. I turned her down, and they both walked out. Me and my chums tried to follow, but we lost them in the dark. And I'll admit, I was a bit drunk. Hard to track someone with a few pints in your gut. Ranza, though, he handles his drinks well. He might know where they went. Ranza! You followed that black-robed Zis to a house, didn't you?
Of course. Followed him right to the harbor.
Lies! You can't even follow your own 2 feet.
Cantu. Here, Ranza will show you. Look. I'll just draw you a quick map. And there we go. Perfect.
That's terrible.
Need some help, Walker? I'll join you on this hunt.
Another ship went down. Got too close to that island off the southern coast. Mark this one's word.
You hear about the new moon business? Shernama's in the attic.
Their trail ends here. Walker, you up there?
Not so loud, Casca. What if the recruiter is still here?
Don't worry, little one. I'll protect you from the big, bad cultist. Find anything? I know the place. You reach it through the Outlaws' refuge beneath the city, but they don't let just anyone into the Black Kirgo. If you want to find this recruiter, you'll need my help. It's a fighting ring. I was the reigning champion for 6 years running. I can get you inside, no problem. Go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
Then let's get going.
Not you, little one. The Black Kirgo is no place for the General's daughter.
Oh, right. I'll head back to the Sanctum with Zaji. As the daughter of General Renmus, it's a little difficult for me to keep a low profile in a place like Black Kirgo. You should go with Casca. Zaji and I will head back to the Sanctum. As the daughter of...